Also new tonight, talk about a hometown hero. Cameron Jones was born in Iowa, but he considers Savanna, Illinois to be home. And recently, he was selected from more than 8,000 applicants to be one of just 10 people in NASA's 2025 astronaut candidate class. Jones graduated from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. He's a major in the U.S. Air Force, and his very proud family has watched his career from Carroll County, Illinois. We are so honored to have Cameron join us right now. Cameron, thank you so much for being here. Massive congratulations. And why don't we start off with what this means for you in your career? What does it mean to be part of the astronaut candidate class?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's amazing. So this has been a lifelong dream for me to be able to work here at NASA as an astronaut candidate, get to learn about all the things that the heroes before me have been able to go do and execute in space. And then I just pinch myself, that I'm here also learning and following in their footsteps. So it's pretty incredible.
So do we know, or do you have any info you can give us? I mean, does this mean you get to go to space someday, or do you have to wait and see?
Yeah, so the astronaut candidacy program is 2 years long. We're about 5 months into it now. So we started in September. And so that'll continue on until the candidacy is complete. And then once we're complete with the 2 years of astronaut candidacy training, we'll be assignable astronauts. So at that point, it's just looking forward to whatever missions NASA has on the docket in the future. And then they look to assemble crews and assign them from that point onwards. So after we finish candidacy, we're assignable to those missions.
I mean, I swear you're living not only my dream, but I feel like so many people's dreams when they were young and say, I want to be an astronaut when I grow up. When did you first realize this is something you wanted to do?
Yeah, I was a young kid as well, probably first or second grade when this is the path that I wanted to try for. I'd always liked kind of math and science growing up. My dad was a private pilot when I was young, so got a little taste of flight there. We had a family friend who was in the Air Force, so I knew that was an opportunity to potentially fly as well. But it all centered around the astronaut dream, honestly. And looking at biographies of former astronauts, a lot were military test pilots with engineering backgrounds. So that led me to go to University of Illinois for aerospace engineering, where I got my undergrad and master's degrees. I did Air Force ROTC there to join the military. And then I was fortunate enough to become a pilot flying the F-22 all around the United States and the globe, where I eventually then went to become a test pilot and then fortunate enough to apply here. So it's been a long, winding road, but a lot of exciting stops on the way.
And when the goal finally came and you get the notification that you've been selected out of 8,000 plus people, what's that like? What went through your head?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. We'd actually just moved for the military. We'd moved to Washington, D.C. We'd only been there for about a month. And then we hadn't even got our furniture into the new house yet. And we got a call from down here in Houston. I'm sitting on the floor of the kitchen dining room area with my wife and daughter. And we get the job offer to come down here. So a quick change of plans, but the military definitely teaches you to be adaptable to situations like that. So my wife, thank goodness for her, my biggest supporter, was happy to support me for another move down here. Now we're settling in nicely here in Houston. So pretty wild to get that call at that time for sure.
I gotta ask, what did your daughter say when you tell her I'm gonna be an astronaut?
Yeah. So at the time, she was just over one. And so she wasn't really comprehending the whole situation, but I had the phone on speaker. And when I was invited to come take the job, I don't think she understood that either, but she let out a perfectly timed scream. And it went through the phone line too. So the folks on the other side were also laughing, kind of broke my tension from the nerves and excitement. We were able to hear a laugh there as they were sharing the news with me. So it's pretty precious moment.
Wow. Well, you mentioned tension there. I got to know, how does being an Air Force pilot and an Air Force test pilot prepare you for these really tense astronaut trainings?
Yeah, I think it helps the operational background for sure. There's a lot of similarities between aerial flight and space flight, just in terms of following procedures. They're machines, so things happen with machines. They break, they don't act in the way that you always want them to. And so there's typically procedures to get you through those. And so I think just focusing in on the situation at hand while being able to zoom out and see the bigger picture, those skills are very transferable. And the military gives you a lot of practice in rehearsing those. So I'm grateful for that.
Well, I know you gotta go. So before I let you leave, what is your message for any kid that's watching, especially a kid from a small town, about what your journey says about what they can do?
Yeah, I would just say, when I was a kid, this was a dream of mine. It didn't seem within reach necessarily, but it's something that I put my mind to and effort towards. And I would say that you're in a position where you could do it too if you're in those same shoes. My advice would be to follow a path of something that you're passionate about, that aligns with something that is desired by the astronaut corps, and then pursue that job ruthlessly. And knowing that if you end up in that position, that you'll still be happy in whatever state of life you end up in. And then if this opportunity arises, then you can take that opportunity as well.
It's good advice. Pursue things that you're passionate about relentlessly. Cameron, thank you so much for being here, and congratulations. This is just amazing.
Thank you very much.
And for you guys at home, if you want to share Cameron's story, you can find our online version up at WQAD.com underneath the As Seen on TV tab.